You can see developer.salesforce.com. This is the community where you can get any kind of ready-made code. Whatever is the requirement, you just have to search properly in Google. You will get a ready-made code. In Salesforce, we have something called Visualforce tag. Any Visualforce starts with apex colon page. This is nothing but a component. So what is the definition of component? Component is something which has been created by Salesforce and which makes the developer life very easy. Developer has just to know what the requirement is, and developer has to use the correct component. So whenever you do some kind of development, whatever you do in Salesforce, always back of the mind, think what is the requirement. So the solution will be clear. So Apex page is nothing but component given by the Salesforce. Here Apex colon page is a component. So Salesforce has given the component, you have to use those components. How can you use that? There are attributes available in components. Those make the component work for you. You have to know which attribute need to use. Let us say you don't want to see the header and sidebar. Just write the attribute called show header. So type show header, click on this, make it is false. Now click on save or Control S. Then you can see the header has gone. Here I haven't done anything. So Apex colon page is a component available in Salesforce which is having an attribute called show header. It takes a boolean value, true or false. If show header is false, it will disable the header. If you want header again, just simply change it show header equal to true. Then we will get back the header. We have to notice one thing. If you write show header equal to false, everything is going off. The header sidebar is going off. So that means if you want to take it off, the header and sidebar show header attribute is only good enough. Separately, you don't need to write this sidebar attribute. Now, what was our requirement? What exactly we want to do? Need to display 2 or 3 input fields and a save button. Check the component reference. Here in that reference, we have all the components given by Salesforce. See, we have something called Apex input field. You can study all these things. If you are not interested to study, you can simply get this code directly. For that, just goes to the usage. Now I'm going to remove the small piece of code generated by Salesforce. Here we need to apply the requirement. In Visualforce page, we have something called block. Let me show you the page. Go to the accounts, click on new. This is the account page, right? In this page, account edit block header of the page. The square box around the section is called block. So all these sections, account information, address information, all these sections are inside the block. So what is our requirement? Need to display 2 or more fields, input fields and save button. Here the section is inside of the block. The input fields are inside the section. So let's write the code. Let's write the block inside the Apex page component. Select this, click enter. Save it, Control S. Then you can see the empty block. If the block title is, go back to the account, check it. Here the block title is account edit. Control S. You can see that one here. And what is other requirement? Need to take it off the header and sidebar. So change show header equal to true to false. Control S. Now here you can see account edit is the title of the block. The next one is section. For that, Apex page block section. Here go back to the account. See, the section title is account information. Control S. You can see the section title as account information. The next one is we need to write the code for input fields. As I said earlier, you can get the code input field from the component reference. This one. We can get this code, or else you can get it from Google as well. I'm just going to take copy, click on this, just copy this input field values, paste it here, Control S. See, we are getting an error. Here the error says Apex input field under Apex page must occur between Apex form. So just kept everything inside the Apex form. After that, again we can see one more error, unknown property account referenced in my first page. Here we are using account.name, account.site, account.type, account.account number. But the Salesforce has not recognized that. For that, we need to write a controller. Now there are different types of controller available in Salesforce. One is standard controller, the other one is custom controller. What do you mean by standard controller? Basically, controller is something where you're going to write business logic. Now Salesforce already have the existing business logic. So we no need to write another Apex class. Here the requirement is just keep 2 or 3 input fields and save button on account object. That means already we have some input fields and some button also available in account object. We got some fields and save button available in account object. That means we are applying our requirement on standard object. So here we no need to write any custom Apex class. So for that we have to simply use something called standard controller equal to account. Just write standard controller equal to account. Control S. Now you can see there is no error. How it is helping me now? When you write standard controller equal to account, Salesforce understands that this guy wants to do something with the account object. If you see the input fields, account.name, account.site, account.type, account.account number, these are the fields from existing account object. We are just using that field in the Visualforce page. We are just using those fields in the Visualforce page. But where these fields are existed in? These are existed in account object. How the Salesforce knows that field exists in account? With this, we have to use standard controller. If you want to use any standard functionality in Visualforce page, you have to use the standard controller, like save button and cancel button in account object. We don't need to write any code for that. We can simply use standard controller. That's it. I'm repeating again. Basically, controller is something where you're going to write the business logic. Now, if you are using some standard functionality, you don't have to write again business logic or Apex class. Salesforce knows that you are trying to use some input field. That field already exists in account object. So how can Salesforce understand this particular input field is coming from account? Through this standard controller. So as per the requirement, I used a couple of input fields in this Visualforce page. You can see those fields over here. So as per the requirements, we got the input fields, right? What is left? One button is left. So let's take save button. For taking a button, we have another component is available in Salesforce. That is page block buttons. Let's write the Apex page block button. Inside this component, Here, action is an attribute. It is defining what exactly the button has to do. If you write save in that action, Salesforce will understand, hey, save something standard functionality because you mentioned standard controller and value equal to button. So fx command button action equal to save and value equal to save. Now you can see the save button over here. Here value equal to save. Let me put value equal to schavala. The value going to appear in the save button. Let me create a test data and click on save button. It's going to save into the account object. Click on save. Go back to the account object. You can see it here. It's saved to the database. Here I haven't used any code. Save the data to the database because I'm using standard controller. And save button, even the value is save chavala. It's going to take it. But if you write the save chavala in action, is it going to take it? The answer is no. It throws an error because there is no such standard method called schavala. So we can't give schavala in action. We can give that one in the value. Yeah, that's it. The requirement is satisfied. Thank you.